Now, how are organisms related with each other? If we look at a family, say there is a sister and brother, they are very closely related. Why? Because they have same set of parents. Now, we extend our family, say we take into account the cousins also. How are you connected with your first cousin? Through your grandparents. Though the parents are different, but grandparents are same. Now, if you compare real brother sister with cousins, you feel that cousins are distantly related. You go to the next generation, then the common point would be great grandparents. So, like this we can also trace the relationships and the evolution in the animals and the plants, right. Now, if we compare the vertebrates like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals, let us take the case of their forelimbs. What happens in the case of forelimbs? They have same pattern of bones, same origin, right, but the functions that they perform are different. For example, in the case of fishes, the limbs help in swimming. In the case of birds, they help in flying. And in the case of human beings, we use it for various activities, right. So, we find that there are certain organs which have same structure and origin, but different function. Such organs are called homologous organs. And a typical example is wings of the bird and the forelimbs of human beings. Forelimbs of humans and wings of the birds, right. Why are they homologous? Same structure, but different function. I am now going to confuse you, right. Now, bat also has wings and birds also have wings, both help in flying. But if you see their structure in details, what do you find? That in the case of birds, the wings are covered by feathers, but in the case of bat, it is just a stretch of skin stretching between the claws. The function is same, structure is different. What will be such organisms called? Or not organisms, what will be such features called? Analogous. So, are the wings of bat and bird homologous or analogous? They have same function, but their structure is different, although bone plan is same. Another very interesting example is that of wings of insects and birds. Both help in flying, but in the case of birds, there are bones, there are feathers. But what happens in the case of insects? They are mere appendages on the body, no bones, no feathers on the body or on the wings. They are mere appendages. In the case of birds, there is one pair of limbs and these 4 limbs are modified into wings. But in the case of insects, whether they have wings or not, there are always 3 pairs of legs, which means wings are not modified limbs, they are additional or appendages or additional organs. So, the wings of insects and the wings of birds, they are analogous to each other. What is an analogous organ? It has same function but different structure. Through this we also come to know how are the organisms related to each other. Can we say that birds and insects are closely related? No. Of course, all organisms have deep down common ancestors, but the distance is too high. In the case of bats and birds, probably they are closer related. Another important thing is to remember that evolution does not mean that when an organism grows into another type, the first one disappears. No, it does not happen like this. that they also keep on existing and the new thing starts. It's something like branching of a tree. If we take the case of a tree, what happens in the case of a tree? There is one main trunk, from this then branches arise which further branch and so on. Now the distance between this branch and the main trunk is this much, right? But with this branch it is only this much. This one is still closer. So depending upon at which level the diversification took place, we can establish the relations. So that means the organic evolution is not progressive. It does not mean that the newer versions or more recent species are more perfect than the old ones. If that was true, we would not have bacteria existing till today. We would not have cockroaches existing till today. So actually organic evolution is only creating diversity. It is not progressive. So, but the thing is that because of these variations, because of organic evolution, there is such a huge variety, huge diversity among the living beings.